Hi, I'm Shelly from Manhattan. Please like and subscribe. I was just a normal kid born to normal parents. Or so we all thought. When I was 4, I went down on Christmas morning and started opening all the presents under the tree, but none of them was mine.
Where's my Barbie, Mommy?
What Barbie, sweetheart? Look, I got you this Lego set.
Mommy, we saw it in the shop on October 22nd at 3:42 in the afternoon. The Barbie was wearing a pink dress and yellow shoes, and you said that you'd give him to me on Christmas. The nice man was there too. You kissed him and told him you'd meet him there later, remember?
My parents looked shocked, and Mom turned paper white, and I just knew I'd said something terribly wrong. Moments later, they were screaming at each other in their room, and then Mom ran out crying with her bags, and she never came back. I kept asking Dad, and he always said he didn't know why she left. Was it because of what I'd said? We soon discovered that I had a rare condition called hyperthymesia, which meant I could recall memories in perfect detail at times. Dad thought it was really cool, but I wished I didn't have it. Maybe then Mom wouldn't have left us. I missed her a lot, but Dad tried his best to make me happy. He took good care of me and even did my hair. The kids at school laughed at the crazy hairstyles he made. Once in 5th grade, there was a Mother's Day event at school coming up, and everyone made clay ornaments for their moms. I did too, even though I knew my mom wasn't coming. Just as I was leaving, I heard someone giggle. It was Michelle. She was a mean witch, but nobody said anything to her because her mom was a super rich politician.
What will you do at the event, smelly Shelly? Your mom's not gonna come.
Why do you care, loser? Also, your mom only comes so she can have pictures taken for the newspapers. Suddenly, Michelle leapt forward and knocked the clay figure out of my hand, smashing it to pieces.
You know something? My mom is really powerful, and she knows everything in this town. So I know the real reason why your mom left. Do you want to know?
She walked off with a smirk. Ugh, she was just a lying psycho. She knew nothing about my mom. Or so I thought. On the day of the event, all the kids' moms were there, and I was hating every minute of it. Just then, Dad entered the classroom with a basket of chocolates for me and all the other kids. He was the best. In 8th grade, there was a school dance coming up, and I turned down all the boys who asked me out. I was waiting for this one guy I'd had a huge crush on since forever, but when he didn't ask me, I gathered the courage to do it myself. He looked stunned, but then he said yes. See you at 8, beautiful. That evening, when I heard a horn, I ran outside and saw a limo approaching my house. Just then, I saw Michelle and my crush come out of the sunroof, and they both kissed in front of me. You thought I'd ever go out with you?
Yeah, how dare you ask my boyfriend out, smelly?
What? Boyfriend? And then she threw an egg at me. As they laughed and drove off, I heard Dad opening the door behind me and I ran away. I didn't want him to see me like this. I stopped outside a house nearby to catch my breath. Just then, a nice lady opened the door and asked me what happened. We sat outside on the porch and started talking. You seem to be a tough girl, and you don't need a stupid boy to take you dancing. Just go there and have fun. Don't let them destroy your night. The lady cleaned the egg off my dress and then even drove me to school. When I entered the hall, I spotted Michelle dancing with her boyfriend. I ran at her and pushed her hard, making her fall on the food table. Oh my God!
Shelly, you witch! You'll pay for this!
Oh, I'm sorry. It was an accident. Come on now. Are you gonna cry? Reminds me of when we were in 2nd grade and you peed in your new purple pants in gym class and then cried for 2 hours and 12 minutes. Remember? She screamed and stormed off angrily, while I danced like crazy with my friends. It was the best night ever. And the next day at school, I was stunned to see my new teacher. It was the lady I'd met the previous night. OMG! Could life get any better? Miss Emily was so sweet, and everyone at school loved her. I was terrible at math, but she made it so much fun. Even Dad seemed to really like her when I introduced them at the parent-teacher meeting. Weeks later, I was waiting for Dad at dinner one evening, and when he walked in, I was shocked. Miss Emily was with him, and they were holding hands. Surprise! What's going on? Emily jumped forward and showed me the ring on her finger. Sweetie, your dad and I have been seeing each other. He proposed tonight, and I said yes. Yay! That was the best news ever. I was really happy and told all my friends about it the next day. I would be so cool having Emily as my mom. We had a math test coming up, and I prepared really hard for it, but it was super easy, and I was done in 15 minutes. A few days later, when the results were announced, I had the highest marks, and everyone was giving me weird looks for some reason. But I soon found out why. You're right, of course. Miss Emily told her what to prepare because she's dating her dad.
I told you, she is such a cheater.
What? Even my friends thought I was cheating? Gosh, Michelle, you are such a sore loser.
Sore loser? Everyone knows you suck at math, and now suddenly you're a genius? Stinks of cheating. The only thing I can smell is you burning with jealousy. And why would I be jealous of you? You're so happy about finding a new mommy, it's pathetic. She's being nice right now, but trust me, she'll leave you too. She'll probably steal your dad too, and smelly Shelly will be all alone. Aww. And I know why Mommy left you.
What does this psycho know? But I was too angry to ask, and just pounced on her. As we were rolling around on the floor fighting, the principal walked past us, and only I ended up in detention. I hated that witch. A few days later, it was my birthday, and as always, I was expecting Dad to spoil me rotten. Since I hadn't seen any prep being done, I knew he must be planning some big surprise. But the whole day passed, and nothing. When it was 10 at night, Emily and Dad came home all tired with loads of shopping bags. Did he just forget my birthday because of all the wedding shopping? I couldn't believe it. Emily started showing me what they'd bought. She even picked out my dress. I lost my temper and shoved it away. I'm not wearing that. Don't you know I hate this peach color, Dad? Or have you forgotten everything about me?
What's gotten into you, Shelly? Go to your room, now.
You forgot my birthday, and now you're mad at me? And then Dad realized why I was so angry. He tried to stop me, but I just ran to my room and locked the door. They weren't even married yet, and all Dad could think about was Emily. The next day at school, when I entered the class, I was shocked to see a drawing of Miss Emily on the board. Someone had drawn her as a witch with a long nose. It was pretty funny. All the kids were laughing, but Miss Emily looked furious. Who did this? If I don't get an answer, the entire class will be punished.
It was Shelly, miss. I saw a piece of chalk in her hands, and she's always telling us how she doesn't want you as her stepmom.
What? You liar! It wasn't me.
Oh, it was definitely you. We all love Miss Emily.
Only you don't. Shelly, I won't tolerate this behavior. You're going with me to the principal now. I didn't do it. It's her. Without caring that everyone was watching, I threw my water bottle at Michelle, but she ducked, and it hit Emily. It broke her nose. Oh God, what had I done? Dad was called into the principal's office, and he was furious when he heard everything. When he was leaving, he said something that broke my heart.
I can't believe you did that, Shelly. I expected better from you, and I thought you could be happy for me.
The principal wanted to suspend me, but after Emily asked to excuse me, she gave me detention for a month. I hadn't meant to hurt Emily, but none of this would have happened if she just believed me. After that day, I just avoided her. Every time she tried talking to me, I walked away. And finally, when the wedding day arrived, the thought of having a stepmom was making me so anxious. I ran out of the church right before the ceremony. Dad followed me, and I broke down. Dad, she stole you from me. Remember when Mom left? It was 10:23 on Christmas morning, and you hugged me, and you said you'd always put me first. You promised, but now everything is about Emily.
No, love, it's not like that.
It is, Dad. It will be like this forever now. Dad hugged me tight and told me no one could take my place. I hoped it was true. Just a few weeks later, Dad went out of town for business, leaving me alone with Emily. I just wanted to be away from her. There was a senior in my school, Ashton, who'd asked me out a couple of times, so I decided to go out with him. But when I told Emily, she went berserk. No, you're not going out with that boy. I don't trust him. What? Why not? And Dad doesn't stop me from going out. Well, he's not here, so I'm in charge, and I'm saying no. You are not my mother. Shelly, wait, just listen. Please, just stay away from me. That night, I sneaked out of the window and Ashton took me to the carnival. The carnival was empty, and it was just me and his friends there. We took every ride and had a blast. But when Ashton and I sat on the Ferris wheel, he suddenly jumped off, and that's when I saw Michelle with him. Why are you here, witch? Ashton, what are you doing? I want to get off.
Oh no, you're gonna sit there all night. And by the way, Ashton's my cousin. We set you up, dumb girl.
What? You jerks! Where's my phone?
Oh, this? Oops, broke it.
Who were you gonna call anyway?
Emily, your real mom? No one's coming for you. And can I finally tell you why your mom left, Smelly Shelly?
What? What is it, Michelle? Spit it out already.
Oh, it's just a guess. I think she left because she hated you.
She laughed and walked away. And then they all left. I screamed and yelled, but soon all the lights went off too. I was stuck all alone on the Ferris wheel on a really cold night. Just when I'd given up, the Ferris wheel started moving, and when it reached the bottom, someone hugged me tight. Emily! Sweetheart, are you all right? Yeah, I'm okay. But how did you know where to find me? Your dad installed an app on everyone's phone to share locations. When I realized you weren't in your room, I checked and saw your last location, so I rushed here. Thank God you did. Emily, it was Michelle and Ashton. I can't believe they left me up there to freeze. I'll take care of it. We'll teach them a lesson. Oh, Emily, I'm so sorry. I really am. Don't worry about anything. I got you, Shelley. When I went to school on Monday, both Michelle and I were called into the principal's office right away. Michelle was just smirking, and when she saw her mom there, her face turned white. Ashton was there too, shaking like a leaf. Emily had gotten hold of the security footage, which showed how Michelle and Ashton left me at the carnival at night. The principal told Emily that she could press charges, but Michelle's mom begged her not to. Please, don't involve the authorities in this. I don't want bad press. I give you my word. I will teach these brats a lesson they'll never forget, starting with how to apologize. Michelle muttered an angry apology under her mom's death glare, and the lady kept her promise by giving them a great punishment. They both had to clean the school's bathroom for 2 months. From that day onwards, Emily and I became friends. When Dad returned home, he was pleasantly surprised to see us go to the nail salon together. Hey, what about me?
Dad, it's a mom-daughter thing. You can sit this one out.